So today we're going to check out a pretty budget-friendly audiophile IEMs from TinHIFI, and I have a really good feeling about these IEMs, and the overall impression that I have from the get-go is also pretty good. So this earbuds is also an upgraded version of the original T2. This is now the T2 DLC. So with that said, let's take a look. So the earbuds today were sent over to me by HiFiGo for review, and HiFiGo is a place where you go to and learn more about audiophile world, and they do have plenty of good IEMs and audio equipments for sale, so definitely do check them out. Although these IEMs were sent over to me, no money has exchanged hands, and this review is based on my honest and unbiased opinion. So the TinHIFI T2 retails for a very decent $50 US, and that's about 230 Malaysia ringgit. And I think for its performance, these are really well priced. So if you're interested in getting them, do check out my links in the description below. So I've checked out quite a number of IEMs from TinHIFI, and I've always had pretty good impression about them. And design-wise, they have always been very well designed and comfortable earbuds as well. So the T2 DLC is also the same, as it gives you a snug fit, but this time around it does put a little bit of pressure to my ears as I wear them. They are not uncomfortable, but I can feel that it might start to hurt in a few hours. Again, fit is very subjective and everyone's ears is different, so what might be uncomfortable for me may be very comfortable for you, so do take note on that. So the entire build of the earbuds is made of a high-density aviation grade aluminium alloy. They are very beautifully crafted and really looks very industrial and very different from your typical IEM designs. The only part that I don't quite fancy is this teal color logo here, which I feel doesn't quite fit the look of this IEM, but I guess this is subjective, and the earbuds is also color coded for the left and right, so if you want to plug in the right side, this red color part will be the right earbuds, and this is the left earbuds. So if you take a look here, the ear guides are also very nicely designed, and the entire thing just looks like a super cool turbine engine kind of thing, right? So with the aviation grade aluminium alloy, everything just looks super cool. So the cable that comes with the T2 is also easily upgradable, so you can just plug it out and switch up a cable that you personally love and it will work just fine. So TinHIFI uses an 8-core 5N silver-plated oxygen-free copper wires, where 5N stands for the purity of the silver wires used, which are 99.999% pure, and braided into a 0.78mm 2-pin MMCX connector right here. So easily replaceable, you can find one that suits you the best and you can connect them to your earphones. So if you fancy a nice cable to go along with your new T2 IEM, you can also switch them up very easily. Also, the T2 comes with a standard 3.5mm auxiliary jack, so you can easily plug this into any devices or phones that support the 3.5mm jack, so it doesn't require any special converters for them to work out of the box. So the earbud that you get here is also pretty standard earbuds, honestly fitting the budget price point of these earbuds. So what you're gonna get here is a 10mm dynamic driver with a DLC, which stands for Diamond Like Carbon, which is where it got its name from. What this does theoretically is to provide you with clear sound signature with as little distortion as possible. Also, the cavity of the IEM is also made of the same aviation grade aluminium alloy, so it's CNC into the entire thing. So everything that holds the component inside of the IEM is also precision milled to give rigidity and the best possible resonance inside the IEM itself. And the earbuds now comes with higher impedance of 32 ohms, which is a higher requirement than its predecessor. However, it isn't something too demanding, and most phones or players can power them with no problems. So you can always pair an amp with these earbuds, and with all the DAC amps options that I have so far, it doesn't feel like it will distort even with high gain applied to the earphones. So I want to talk about the sound signature a little bit, and when paired with great audio source, the 2022 T2 DLC performs very well, but doesn't feel all too amazing to me. So I did not use any specific DAC amps with my test, and I specifically relied on the Hydis AP80 Pro X that I have here, and I think from a volume wise, the earbuds does perform well with the 32 ohms impedance. This player does drive it well and has sufficient power to drive it. So from a bass department, this IEM is definitely not something that stands out. It doesn't give you an overpowering bass note like a V-shaped tuned earbuds would, whereas it gives you a naturally flat signature for the bass notes, specifically to give way to the vocal mid-range and the highs. So these are definitely not an earbuds if you're looking for bassy notes, but do take note that there are bass with these earbuds. It's not just flat and non-existent. So the vocal here is very well reproduced and gives you a very well controlled mid-range where both male and female vocals sounds really nice. However, I do feel that some female vocals from my test sounds a little lacking in power and sometimes feels a little bit lazy, if you may. But in most cases, you hear vocals in the same plane as the instruments without feeling it being underwhelming or lost with the instruments. I would say that the star of these IEMs is the highs, and it gives you a very well controlled high, especially songs with complicated instruments, constant hi-hats and crashes, amidst all the different vocals and bass notes. Everything is very well controlled with no distortion or making it sounding muddy. Although it is good, I wouldn't say it is the best earbuds I've heard so far. It feels decent but doesn't give goosebumps up my arms when I use them. And many times using and testing these earbuds really is about how you feel about them and how they make you feel. So in summary, I must say this is an IEM that performs better if you pair it with your favorite DAC amp that pushes more power and alters the sound signature to something more familiar. Using it on its own, it feels a little underwhelming for me, but when paired with a familiar DAC amp, you feel it come alive more. So that's something for you to consider when getting these earbuds. So that is it for this review. If you find this video helpful, smash the thumbs up button, share this video everywhere, and if you haven't yet subscribed, do consider subscribing. I'll see you in the next video.